Colin, we're back. It's the end of April 2026, episode 195. My theme pick today, and I got like ideas in my head going. As you can see, I already have like the next 5 of my themes already kind of picked out. I'm definitely in like a space game mode and an RPG-esque mode.
Yeah, I've got a few ahead too.
And even with the games I'm playing, it's either these like horror-centric games or more space. I guess that's just what I'm in the mood for in 2026.
I guess so.
Yeah, because I'm looking at my game tracker.
I've got
here,
a couple of space games going too, or space themes, or at least themes that have space games in them.
Well, there's Arc Raiders, right? That you're playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I've got that one's on the back burner in favor of Crimson Desert.
Oh, I never added that to your list last podcast.
How dare you?
Oh, I got to do that right now. Crimson Desert on the PS5, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. How long are you into that game now?
75 hours at least.
Oh my god. All right. 75. Throwing that on.
I got heavily addicted to it last night. Didn't get to bed till 4.
I was bouncing between the 2 games for the podcast because I wanted to get to a certain point in both of them. And then I was finishing up the Bleach arc that we get to watch for the anime cast. So it was a good fun night.
Yeah, I finished it off too.
Very good arc. I can't wait to talk about it in a couple hours.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It's nice to revisit the anime after so many years. I think that arc was coming out around the time I was still in high school. So, or maybe early college. In any case, it was almost half of my lifetime ago.
I feel like that was like our junior year of high school, around there.
I think so.
I think. Who can remember such things? Well, tell me about Crimson Desert and what's going on. Got 75 hours to talk about.
Yeah, really.
Because my God, this between Crimson Desert and Pragmata, among other games, and before you go on, I did want to bring this up. I'm listening to these reviews from the big sites, Polygon, IGN, etc. Kind of Funny Gamescast. And there's a particular game these guys have like gotten used to, accustomed to, or expect. And if your game does not have this grandiose scale of a narrative story going on, they're just immediately into less than a 7 out of 10.
Figures.
Yeah. Now, Saros, on the other hand, that's apparently getting incredibly rave reviews to start, which comes out next weekend. And it has the... If anyone beat Returnal, they're apparently disappointed with Saros and its difficulty level being to them too easy. But I couldn't even get past the first fucking boss in Returnal, so I'm very excited for Saros, hearing that it's much easier, much more... the entry point is way easier than what Returnal is. Returnal's way too hard.
Yeah, it is pretty fucking difficult.
I literally don't know a single person that beat that game. I hear about people beating the game, but I haven't met anyone.
Yeah. And I don't even know how close I came. So it's hard to say. I'm sure I'm at least 75% through the narrative, but I never had the energy to finish. Or at least the time and energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Crimson Desert. It's It's an absolute behemoth of a game. I mean, 75 hours in, and I've only barely ventured outside of the starting kingdom of Hernanda, and I still got lots of shit to do in that kingdom. But I mean, at one point, I ended up crossing into the enemy nation Demonis for a story mission, and I immediately got swarmed by a bunch of army guys. And let me tell you, they are really hard to kill at my current level. I mean, I just barely managed to finish off that horde. And they take so many fucking hits. So I think I need to keep going through Hernanda and level up my equipment and stats first. Although even in Hernanda, there's still stuff that's it's difficult to do. I mean, right now, I'm doing like a bunch of missions to cleanse a set of ancient ruins connected to the abyss. They're basically like the Zonai from fucking Tears of the Kingdom. I've heard about
this. Yes.
Yeah, all their ruins in the sky are just like the Zonai ruins in Tears of the Kingdom. But these ruins are on the ground, and this last one is giving me trouble because it has a boss fight on the level of a fucking Dark Souls boss. I mean, it's super fast. It can teleport all over the place, and it has attacks that can one-shot you so easily. And they're like omnidirectional attacks, so you can't really block or dodge them easily. I mean, I feel like it was supposed to be done later in the game when you have higher level armor and weapons, but the game gave me this mission at this point, so I don't know what to do besides stock up on revival pills. Because those things, the game will give you the option to, if you die, you can either revive at a checkpoint or eat a revival pill to get 30% of your health back and continue the fight.
Okay, so, that's a cool little mechanic. I like that.
Yeah. So if I'm going to have any chance whatsoever of beating this thing, I got to like stock up on like 20 or 30 of them.
Usually with certain items like that, they cap them out at like 5.
Yeah, really.
But this game's so massive and expansive, and how you play it the way you want, basically.
Yeah. And I still haven't even encountered all the fucking steampunk mechs or dragons with machine guns yet. But
dragons with machine guns.
Yeah, I thought I remembered seeing a trailer where a dragon had a machine gun mounted on it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just in my head mixing that up with the dragon in Doom: The Dark Ages.
Maybe.
But in any case, I think the craziest thing I did over the past couple of weeks was when I kind of sort of broke the game by accident by doing a mission in reverse order before even getting the mission from an NPC. Because basically on the map, I saw a few areas that were occupied by bandits within a small radius of each other. And one was a big fortress at the top of a hill, and then 2 were gates along the road leading to said fortress. And then the 4th was a whole village around a church. Now, I'm pretty sure the game wanted me to go to the church village first, but I didn't know that at the time, and since the Hilltop Fortress was closest at the time, I decided to knock that off first and just cleared out all the bandits. And then as I was scavenging for stuff, as I often do, after that, I ended up picking up this big relic that ties itself onto your back automatically instead of going into your inventory. So I found that a bit weird, but I thought, what the hell? And I just went and knocked off the 2 gates after that. But then before going into the village, I realized there was something else I wanted to do, so I warped away somewhere else, and then the relic disappeared from my back. And then I went back to the church village, cleared out the bandits there, and then talked to some NPCs who then told me the bandits stole their relic and asked me to get it back from them. So I had to go all the way back to the fortress, collect the relic again, and return it. I mean, luckily the game didn't glitch out like crazy when that all went down. That would have been a pain in the ass. Right. Yeah. What I'm doing right now is freeing a fishing village from a horde of pirates, one of which apparently has superpowers, and he can actually like leap high into the air and body slam you like a fucking wrestler.
Oh, I've seen this guy. I've seen this guy perusing TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like a fish-shaped helmet, and so do all of his soldiers.
There's quite a few of these bosses that do a bunch of the wrestling moves.
Yeah. Yeah, there's even like the midair mule kick type move that you can actually learn. And trying to remember what was the other thing. Oh yeah, some of these pirate guys actually have special like back-mounted packs that can shoot elemental stuff at you. Mostly ice at this point, but I think some of them can also call down lightning, or some of them also have special bombs that create like this water geyser in the moment. You have to do a quick time event to escape it before it launches you high into the air. So yeah, just coming across all of this new stuff just keeps making me want to play even more. I mean, I don't give two shits about the plot, but
yeah, you're not there for that. You're there for the dragons with machine guns.
Exactly, yeah. And the steampunk mechs.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What a fun game.
Yeah, for sure. Time consuming, but so worth it.
So what else you got?
Oh, I been playing a little more Sea of Stars on the toilet, and I actually encountered a couple of areas that had soundtracks that were remixes of music tracks from The Messenger.
Oh.
So that was a nice little callback. I mean, I've mentioned before, it's all in the same universe as The Messenger, so it makes sense to come across that sort of thing here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine everything, I think Kevin mentioned it would all become clear at the very, very end of the game. So I'm still going to keep going with that one. And yeah, that's basically everything I've been playing.
Cool. How far are you in Sea of Stars?
I'm like 17 and a half hours in.
I think the game's, 25, 30 hours? So you're like halfway?
Yeah, at least. I kind of feel like I'm close. Kind of feel like I'm maybe 3/4 of the way to the end, but we'll see.
Okay. Well, I forgot to mention this on the previous podcast, but I did play and beat Bonk's Adventure from the PC Engine.
Yeah, you mentioned.
It only takes a couple hours, but
yeah,
that game gets so weird at the end. Like, I've never beaten a Bonk game before. Like, never sat down and said, I'm going to beat the whole thing. I usually play like a few levels of each one, and then I, turn the thing off. I absolutely adore the PC Engine. It is a super fun retro console. It's so tiny. I truly wish the CD attachment for the CD-ROM didn't have its like 3-4 different variants, and the fact that their capacitors inside go bad constantly. There's got to be someone out there that has like repurposed a PC Engine CD to actually not die.
Yeah. I'm sure there's somebody out there.
But with just from a collecting standpoint, I'd love to have it. Do I have my retro consoles where I can play all these PC Engine CD games? Yes. Do the ones of notorious interest, like the best ones, have been re-released in some capacity. And my obsession with the PC Engine in 2026 is well noted, because I did also get the Bitmap Books PC Engine history book that I've read completely through, which is how I came across these two games. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So that's the reason there. But I did beat Bonk's Adventure. It has a boss rush at the very end. Where it gets wacky is you end up in space with an alien kind of situation going on. The alien princess that's been mind controlled by another dinosaur alien thing. Like, this is what I was expecting.
Yeah.
The mind controlled princess boss was the absolute toughest part in that game. You essentially have to one credit clear, so to say, to get to her, because I died 4 out of my 7 lives that I had at that point just on her. And then the final boss, I only died once to revive yourself. But again, I'm not a fan of boss rush before the final boss stuff in these retro games. It's one of my least favorite things. That'll never change. But Bonk's Adventure, because everything goes into a pattern when you're fighting these bosses, once you learn the pattern, they're dumb easy. So that's way different than, say, to me, Mega Man, where you could easily just get stuck in a loop and all your health goes away, and then it's like you don't accomplish what you wanted to set out to do, and then you have to start over. That sucks. But Bonk's Adventure, I beat it a month ago at this point. It took me a couple hours, so that was nice. Any reason to get the PC Engine out. I'm halfway through Lunark. I'm halfway through Parasite Eve 3, The Third Birthday. That game is not very good. Now, if I was... Now, I remember enjoying it more when I was living in Germany and had it on my PSP. Because it's on the go, it's mobile, short burst playthrough. You don't really care about the repetition of the gameplay loop. That isn't very good. That's where it suffers the most. You can't play this in long bursts. You have to play just one chapter at a time. Each chapter takes about anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on how you go through it. So let's just say an hour. Meet it halfway.
Okay.
The dialogue's terrible in it. Some of the characters are just very lame. Don't really understand what quite is happening, but it all kind of comes... This was supposed to be, I think, a reimagining of the first game, just with more gun, shooty play stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I do like the art design. The graphics are good. The game plays well. I do enjoy that. It's just, its loop and story just isn't good at all. And it pretty much kind of killed the franchise. I totally get what they were going for, but it just doesn't work for the Third Birthday. So I'm gonna beat it. I'm already halfway through. I'm just not gonna... Because I don't remember the second half of the game at all. So it feels like I'm playing it for the first time again. Lunark is still cool. I do like it's out of this world flashback type of game. Yeah, it's very simplistic. It's definitely short. I play it in like 10 to 15 minute chunks is how that's working. That's why it's taken me forever.
Gotcha.
I did beat Parasite Eve again. Took me 12 and a half hours. Pistol only run to the very end. Made it way more difficult. I didn't combine bullets, and I did make a mistake on one gun where I quickly realized having a gun shoot 7 times just stun locks yourself to enemies. Bad idea. Don't do that. So I basically, what I ended up with was a pistol with... Oh my god, my fucking cat. Did he just break that?
Oh, no.
I think he did. Hold on. What the fuck did you do, cat? Oh, no. Yep, broken. Oh, yeah, that is broken.
Shit. The difficulties of living with a cat.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Getting sprayed. Get out of here. Get. Oh, man.
Oh, get in the bottle.
Ugh. Bad cat. Bad cat. Just swipes the thing right off the... He jumps on the shelf and just swipes it off, and it just broke into 3 pieces.
Pretty break.
So, I got the amiibos and these PlayStation figures, and it's not like they're on a low shelf either. I got him much higher, and he just knocks them off.
Oh, shit. So the shelf is broken?
No, the shelf is intact. It's one of those heavy IKEA ones, heavy duty.
Ah, yeah.
But I gotta figure out a way to keep them off that shelf.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a matter of time before something worse happens.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ugh. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, Parasite Eve. Yeah, I ended up with the pistol that shoots 3 times instead of 7. Tranquilizer, acid round, and then on the side, I had a AK with a freeze round, just for a certain type of enemy in the game, where the acid just doesn't really work. But I had to utilize all the other weapons to make that one pistol strong enough, because the final boss fight in its 4 forms just gets ridiculous unless you have something that's at least a minimum strength of damage. Where this game falls short, because the whole purpose of me replaying these, like Parasite Eve, the trilogy, Resident Evil 4, Final Fantasy VIII eventually, is where do these games fall on my all-time favorites list? Right?
Uh-huh.
And I think Parasite Eve is going to fall outside of the top 10. It falls short. It's a short game. It's probably only 10 hours as opposed to the 12 and a half I played, because I had to grind for a good couple hours just to be strong enough for the final fight. I wish the weaponry was more versatile, because I thought I remembered them being all these different types of weapons with slots that you can... what you do is you have what's called a tool, and the tool will sacrifice an attribute or something from one gun and give it to another. That's its whole gimmick there. And there's just not a lot of options. And I thought there was a lot more. I thought there was more than just 1 tranquilizer, 1 freeze, 1 acid. That's it for attributes. Everything else is just how many times a gun fires, and there's only 3 options there. I was like, man, is there like a 4th fire rate button or option? Nope, never saw that. The areas are really cool, but if the combat was a little more diverse in the options they give you, that would make it way better. I like all the areas and maps that you go through to progress with the story. I love how you exit an area and it has the map in New York City, and that's how you go from point A to point B into these different pre-rendered backgrounds. It's a cool game. It just doesn't have enough diversity in it, which is why I remember liking Parasite Eve 2 more, but I can't quite remember what set that game apart differently to me. But that's going to be coming up on the on my gaming later this year probably, because once like May passes, there's just not a lot of games coming out that have been announced already.
Yeah.
So Parasite Eve, it's gonna fall out of my top 10, and I was starting to just kind of list my favorite games of all time. And how many am I at right now? I got, because I'm thinking of making like a top 20 to 25 list, something like that, and then have like you and Joey make yours, and that'll come up with our top 75 or something. And if a game repeats on the list, then it would be given like the most, I guess, points, or we'll discuss like which ones are better. I think that'd be a fun episode to do as we go through forward. But I got like Pokemon Red Blue, I got Contra, I got the original Donkey Kong, Final Fantasy VIII. You know, these aren't just games with heavy nostalgia. It's like what's hit me the hardest over my lifetime. Sonic 3 in particular, I like more than Sonic 2.
Oh, yeah.
Sonic 3 / Knuckles, because that's one game, kind of they split into two, but you get the idea there. The Ratchet and Clank series. I know like Crack in Time and then Up Your Arsenal are like my two favorite Ratchet and Clanks.
Nice.
Yeah. Expedition 33 is certainly on the list. I got to replay Star Ocean: The Second Story. So I'm playing through all these, or at least putting it into recent memory, and then kind of comparing them all. What do you think would be on your list? Like top of your head?
I know for sure. I mean, the top three I've always touted are To the Moon, 999, and what's it called? World Ends With You.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always had Elite Beat Agents on my top 10. Maybe Ghost Trick. I mean, I had Wind Waker and Mario Sunshine on there for a long time, and I'm starting to wonder if I might just bump them down into top 20 territory. And
I mean, I certainly have Wind Waker on mine. That's my favorite Zelda game, is Wind Waker.
Yeah. I always tend to flip-flop between that and Ocarina of Time myself.
I just don't have heavy nostalgia or for like, I recognize what that game means to the gaming industry, but it doesn't mean it has to be on my list, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe the remake, when that comes out, will make things a lot clearer. I just like the N64. I just do not enjoy that console as much as everything else that I own.
Well, you grew up with the PlayStation a lot more than I did. I only had friends with N64s.
Well, all my friends had N64s. I was alone with the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I played a lot of Ocarina of Time at friend's house, a lot of Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Mario 64, Wave Race, like the game list that everyone had.
Yeah.
WCW, yeah. I think it was World Tour. I think that was the one. That was the wrestling one.
Yeah, I had a friend with a WWF Warzone, and another friend with Star Wars Pod Racer, or just Racer. Tended to play that one a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think just back then I was just so happy to have opportunities to play games. Just to play games that I didn't really care. But yeah, Doom 2016 is definitely in my top 10. And I'm giving Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 a single slot just because they're so very similar in how much I like them. And because it tends to change with my mood, which one I like more. And looking at my shelf here. Yeah, I might have to get back with the rest of the top 10s.
Yeah, I haven't ranked anything yet. I was just listing off games that would certainly probably be on the list.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know which Tomb Raider I'd pick to go on my list.
Yeah.
Certainly not Angel of Darkness.
Yeah. I might put Time Splitters 2 somewhere on the list.
Oh, that's a cool game, yeah.
Maybe Jazz Jackrabbit. I mean, I gushed so much about that one in the past. Looking on my list. Maybe Smash Bros. Melee would go on somewhere.
I think Breath of the Wild would go on my list.
Final Fantasy X would definitely go on my list somewhere. I definitely have a lot of nostalgia for that one. Maybe first Jak and Daxter.
The first Jak and Daxter is really good.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't grow up with the Crash Bandicoot, so basically that was my Crash Bandicoot experience.
I've been meaning to play some of the PS2 Crash Bandicoots. I know they're not as... I always heard that they were bad, and I've never actually played any of them. I never got the chance.
Huh.
So like Twin Sanity and a lot of those games. Maybe when I get my Ein Thor, hopefully next month, I can just emulate those games and just play a bit of a bunch of them. Medieval, I was kicking around in my head going, how much do I actually love that game?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of games I really enjoy and I play and replay a lot. And like the Medieval 1 and 2, I've replayed a lot. I even got the like remastered release that came out. Never did finish it. Then there's like Mario 3, Super Mario World. It's like, yes, those games are great, but how much do I personally love them? How high do I put them? Because that's like my it was many years ago where I played back to back, or at the same time actually I was playing them. It was Mario Galaxy and Sonic Colors.
Oh yeah.
And I had more fun playing with Sonic Colors at that time. I'm like, I don't know, the game was just more fun to me. I'm not saying Galaxy is bad by any means. It's just like, this is a really good Sonic game.
Yeah. And a 3D one at that.
Right? Which was shocking.
Yeah.
Now, to replay it, I'd probably replay Galaxy before Colors again, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I have kind of a soft spot for Sonic Adventure, but I mean, I recognize it's just not a very good game, but I don't know, something about it just keeps me coming back. Could be nostalgia, could be just some of the mechanics, like how Tails can fly, and I kind of like that pinball bit where you go through this whole machine themed around Nights into Dreams. I just thought that was a nice little.
Really good. Did that make my list though? See, this is why I gotta like replay things and then really think about it. I know the no doubters I've kind of already listed with like Contra, Final Fantasy VIII, Expedition 33 is on there now. Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted 2.
Yeah, I'm sure Expedition 33 would at the very least go in my top 20.
Yeah, like minimum. I'm trying to figure out what my top 10 would be at that point. Hence the replays. Okay.
Oh, the Batman Arkham games for sure would have a slot somewhere. Arkham Asylum, I think I would put somewhere in my top 10.
Not City, huh?
Maybe those two would get a slot to themselves.
They're just so different from each other, though.
Yeah, but they're fairly equal in quality, so...
think the games are.
I can't really decide which one is really better.
Well, luckily I'm copping out with, because I love the Metal Slug series a lot. Some games are better than others in what they did or tried to do. But they have what's called the Metal Slug Anthology, where it's like all 10 of them. I go, that one, that's the best, because it has them all.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got that on Wii.
Oh, the Wii version is so much fun. That is my preferred way to play the Anthology over the PS2 collection. That's right, Sid, get him. He broke stuff. Attack that cat.
Oh yeah, Resident Evil 4 is definitely on my top 20.
Yeah, I got to do that before I play Requiem. So I bought Requiem day one and then I just installed it, but I'm like, no, I got to play Resident Evil 4 Remake first. I have to, and then I just haven't done either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger's on the list for sure. I was actually thinking about this yesterday. We have all these like HD 2D remakes and remakes. How has Square not come out with a Chrono Trigger re-release of some kind?
Yeah, I mean, well, there was the one on the DS. I mean, that's the version I have.
No, they did that with Dragon Quest games and stuff. It's just ported. That's more of a port.
Yeah, although I noticed the dialogue seems different from what the Super Nintendo has. Plus the font, so they kind of cleaned a few things up. But yeah, it's mostly the same.
And then I bought Pragmata.
Oh yeah. I was actually going to mention that game.
Did you get it?
No, but I probably will. I mean, I've seen the whole kerfuffle on the internet about it.
What's the kerfuffle? Is it bad?
No, just all the usual wacko types on Twitter and Blue Sky who, I mean, the big thing is that a lot of gamers playing it who initially didn't want kids suddenly find themselves wanting to have kids.
Well,
just because the main girl is just so damn adorable.
The way they made Diana is phenomenal. I love it. She is so funny. Yeah. She is innocent beyond means.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have your whole it's like your safe space area in that space station, and over the course of the game you start getting 3D printed items that you can do in there, give her, and she's like dancing, she's tripping over herself, like she is as much as a child could be made, right? It's very cute. She has a line at the start which had me in tears. I was laughing so much, and I'm like using it at work in real time. He goes, Hugh, our main character that you hardly see because he's in that spacesuit. He's like, hey, we got to get to the solar panel area. Do you think it's safe to get there? And he stares at her. You wouldn't know. She goes, no, but I have an idea. If we go there and we don't get hurt, that means it's safe. I'm like, right you are.
Yeah.
Sure, I've had 8 beers. Do you think I'm good to drive? Well, if you get home and nobody dies, that means you were safe to drive. Flawless logic. It's shit like that. And I kept telling myself, because I got blasted with chemicals at work. It could have been the absolute worst chemical burn I've had in my life. It's not as bad as the one I had like 7 years ago. 7 years ago was the bad one. That's where I lost a bunch of hair on my top, scarred my face a bit. That was bad. That was the worst one. This one was caused by back pressure left in the line with a computer glitch. And when I went to pull a piece of the equipment out, just chemicals shot 3 feet in the air and just showered all over me. And boy, was I pissed.
Yeah, I bet.
Just absolute fury, but I reacted so quick to everything that I was fine in the end, but I just lost a little hair, and I had slight chemical poisoning for the next 48 hours because of that. It was bad. So my boss goes, well, are you gonna, the general manager's like, oh, are you gonna get the line back going? I go, no. I don't know if it's safe. And then he basically, in so many words, said, well, you didn't die. I go, that doesn't mean, what the fuck? This isn't Pragmata. Go, no, I'm not running that thing. But, okay. Yeah, it was me venting about work. Yeah, it was super bad. I like the beginning. It's very much a space opera type start with you and your crew visiting the space station. They're kind of joking around, and they land, and they're like, man, where's this crew? No one's there to greet. That's weird. And there's this, like, earthquake tremor thing happening, and the AI inside the space station that kind of runs everything and runs the 3D printing that this thing is based off of, basically just says there are intruders in there. So it had some glitch happened with the AI, and now it controls all these robots and everything. It has this like corporate conspiracy over what they're doing on the moon exactly with this certain material, and there's a good little conspiracy behind there. And I thought it was just going to be like straight up Dead Space the whole time. And I got to this area where it's essentially 3D printing New York City, like the downtown Times Square area. And I'm like, this is cool. So they're literally trying to colonize utilizing the 3D printing, because I thought it was just like a research station for this mineral they discovered so they can 3D print anything. And clearly there's something more than that. They have the Pragmata program, which is what Diana is, our little AI robot girl, who's a next level AI type being with this real life, human life like thing. Super interesting. I do like the gameplay with solving the quick real time square puzzles to weaken an enemy. That hasn't gotten bored. I like the enemy designs and its diversity at the start. It's very cool. And the robots aren't like super fast either. They're like this creepy zombie-like pace to them as you solve the puzzle. And as they inch closer to you, you're like, shit, do I do XYZ first or do I do ZYX first? I'm like, fuck. So it makes you do these split decisions all while kind of traversing the world. Everything feels very good in the game. Capcom's off to a great start this year.
Yeah, they seem to be.
Yeah. But I recommend Pragmata. It's I mean, right now it's the top two games to me is Pragmata and Resident Evil 9 Requiem.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole kerfuffle I was mentioning was that so many people on the internet think it's a game for pedophiles because it has a dad type character wanting to protect a little girl. And that's apparently
fatherhood.
Yes. So the fact that these people immediately jump to that conclusion, I don't want to know what happened in your life to make you like that.
Yeah, that's kind of going into... Man, I was reading a manhwa the other day, and there's a scene in it where this the main guy character kind of falls asleep on a couch, and a girl gives him like a peck on the cheek and kisses him. Because she's like too nervous to tell him how she feels and all that, but she steals a kiss. I'm like, oh, that's cute and romantic. That was what I thought, right? And the comments on it was, I'm dropping this, that's sexual assault, essay. I'm like, oh my god. It's a fucking fake story. I thought it was kind of romantic and cute, and they're just like, they're way too offended. I'm like, holy shit. That's something my brain can't wrap around.
Yeah. It's annoying at the best of times.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Pragmata, I can't wait. Now, I will be going to watch a bunch of hockey this afternoon, so I think my gaming will be on hold for the afternoon part. But I'll certainly play it tonight.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to play a drop, and we can get to our topic. Where would you rank Final Fantasy VI on best Final Fantasies?
That is a good question. I think, I know Final Fantasy 9 is close to the top for me. 9 and 10.
I gotta play that too. Fuck.
Just keep adding to your workload, huh?
God, yeah. It's a thing. I gotta be like Kevin, where I gotta just not be afraid to drop a game. It's okay to not finish it.
Yeah,
I should just do that with Third Birthday. Just call it quits.
Yeah.
I think I will. I'm gonna do that right now.
Go for it. Yeah, I think for me personally, 6 would probably go in number 3, and then 4 would be number 4, appropriately enough. And really 7
like 4 through 10 are really good.
Yeah.
What a stretch of gaming.
Although 5 is kind of iffy for me.
5 was the... What was 5 again? What? Wait, I might be mixing up 4 and 5 in my head right now. Hold on. Final Fantasy 4.
Possibly. Yeah, 4 had Cecil, and 5 had Bart.
Okay, I was thinking it correctly then, yeah. Okay, then
number
I put
5
4
had a
above 5.
lot of... Yeah, number 5 had a lot of class customization freedom.
Oh, maybe that's why I liked it. Well, the game... 4 has a better story.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But 6 clears them both.
Yeah, it's legendary. Who could ever forget that battle theme?
It's the best. So 7 Remake and Rebirth are excellent. And I'm kind of putting them as one long fucking game.
Yeah, I haven't played Rebirth yet.
Oh, it's so good, Colin. There's a lot of fluff in it, but you can skip that. But I found myself enjoying the game so much I was doing it anyways.
I'm sure as shit not skipping over the beach stuff.
Goon away. Oh, man. No, Cat, you're in trouble. Don't stare at me with those cute eyes. Oh, man. Okay. So, yeah, the Final Fantasy series. Dragon Quest, there's a few of them. It's just a little childish, the Dragon Quest series. Anyways, speaking of RPGs, Telenet Japan, the theme of this episode. So it's a company that I knew nothing about till I got my PC Engine book. I also just got the Metal Slug, History of Metal Slug from Bitmap Books.
Okay.
I fucking love that thing. I love Metal Slug. And I came across Telenet Japan as like the low development company, RPGs from the late 80s, early 90s, very much Japanese. Not a lot of their games came to the West. They've been stuck in Japan, so to say. They've been stuck in that language. Then a number of years ago, Cosmic Fantasy Collection came out, limited run. Limited run also came out with the other game we're going to talk about, and so I had to patch an English translation into a ROM in order to play it for the podcast, but I am getting the physical copy, hopefully late this summer, I think is when it's shipping. But I found myself fascinated into some of these companies that we know nothing about. What happened to them? What did they do? And Telenet Japan made a bunch of fucking RPGs that I've never played. And they were super popular in Japan. And it's just in that time period where Japan culture and all that hadn't quite hit outside of Japan yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Along with my PC Engine obsession, I was like, this is perfect. I want to cover these two RPGs in particular. I played a couple hours of each to get a feel for what they are. Both games play mostly the same with how it looks and feels. It's the story to them all that's different between the two. And the first game we're talking about is Cosmic Fantasy. The first Cosmic Fantasy came out for the PC Engine CD in 1990. And I was shocked when I turned the sucker on. I do have the Cosmic Fantasy Collection on the Nintendo Switch. It comes with the first two games. There's like 4 of these Cosmic Fantasy games.
Jesus.
Yeah, all came out on the PC Engine, by the way.
Okay.
PC Engine CD in particular. So if I like these two games, I'm certainly going to get the second collection. Have to. Now you can get patches and stuff for ROMs, and I could play it on one of my retro handhelds that I got here. But the Switch is excellent. It's one of the best consoles ever. I fucking love the Switch.
Yeah, for sure.
So Cosmic Fantasy starts with like full-on CD animated cutscenes with voice acting.
Yep.
And this is in 1990. And I'm like, holy crap. And it has that late 80s, early 90s aesthetic to it, which is nice. I love that aesthetic. And our main character, YU, is a Space Ranger cadet kid. He looks like he's 15.
Yeah.
You know, at best 15. But they claim he's an adult. He crash lands on a planet that was throwing out some fake signal, right? And he crash lands, and he has this like otter-looking thing next to him that's green.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell is that thing? Then when you get out into the world to explore, find out it's like this robot bicycle, a robot motorcycle. I go, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? That thing's horrifying.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's a side like mascot character. I just can't figure this fucking thing out. I'm like, oh my god, this thing is freaky. And the game starts, you go to a village, they say, hey, go defeat this wolf thing. You go defeat the wolf, you go to another village. It says, my husband or whatever, he's in this cave, he hasn't come back, go save him. Then slowly from there, a little conspiracy of the world's coming back with, a great evil is coming, and the king of the world goes, oh, you're a space ranger? Go kill that thing. I'm like, oh, okay. Just like that, huh?
Reminds me so much of Mother when we played that.
Kinda.
Just walk up to people and say, this is such and such a thing is happening on the outskirts of town. Go kill it. And you're like a 5-year-old or 7-year-old kid.
Yeah, so like, okay.
Yeah.
I could see this game getting a lot grindy. Like, really grindy.
Yeah. Yeah, just like the original Dragon Quests.
The original Dragon Quests were grindy. I never had to farm for gold. You have... Every battle seems to give you a shit ton of money. You have limited slots for your inventory, which is interesting. Because I found myself constantly just filling that sucker up all the time. The random encounter rate is ridiculously high.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way to turn that down in this re-release deal, but regardless. The battle system I quite enjoyed, where it's this like front-facing first-person view of the battle, and there is an auto battle button, which is really nice. That makes it much quicker to go through things. You're not constantly having to hit A or X or whichever. The enemy designs are very much of the era, but I think that's good.
Yeah.
The only thing that will very much date itself is the kind of overworld to it, where everything's this kind of mashed flat space. Know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot like Final Fantasy IV.
Kinda, with a lot less detail.
On Super Nintendo. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's, like, bad, but it certainly throws me off to what I'm kind of used to looking at. Yeah.
Okay.
There is a walkthrough I was loosely following, and it basically tells you what level your characters should be at before you go into the next area. So, like, the first village you start out, obviously level 1. When you get to the forest to fight the wolf, it's like you should grind to get to level 5, right? And that takes some time. I would say it takes about 20 minutes of grinding per session of just doing that. So throw on some music, throw on a podcast, and you'll be fine. And that's kind of just how I was playing the game. I got a couple hours in. I got to the king. I met the girl Saya, and that's our main like heroine protagonist girl. Does do the anime trope where he like accidentally walks in on some chick and she's nude. I'm like,
of course.
Late 80s. And it still happens today.
Yep.
So what'd you think?
Well, like I said, it reminds me of, at least the gameplay reminds me a lot of Mother and Dragon Quest. I mean, those were really the games to compete with back in the day in Japan. And our main guy, Yu, gets psychic abilities early on, so
he does lose them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He loses them, like, immediately, and then he doesn't... Because I was like, oh, man, when do I get them back? And it just wasn't coming. I looked it up. He gets them back at, like, the very end of the game. The psychic powers is the quote-unquote magic of the world, and the girl has that. She has all the abilities.
That's kind of lame.
Yeah, and you stick with your 4 characters the whole time. It's you, it's Saya, and then then the 2 mascot characters, your freaky motorcycle otter, and like this magic cat that follows Saya around.
Yeah, and that other like what you call it? That cat guy who's like a peddler. It's always following you. And then the otter guy doesn't like him because he's basically just jacking up his prices or something.
So Final Fantasy IV came out in 91.
Oh, yeah.
So this is that same time period.
Gotcha. Yeah, there was one bit, I mean, I only watched a playthrough of this, but there was one bit in the first hour when you're in a cave, you get trapped in a prison cell with the dad character you're supposed to help.
Yes.
And it felt like, because I think the only way to get out of that cell that I could see was that the merchant character shows up and sells you what you need. But what happens if you don't have the amount of money you need for it? Are you just stuck there and have to start the whole game over?
No, the cat character breaks you out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Then there's like a cave in, and you fight, and you eventually get back to town. And then you're summoned by the king.
Yeah. I think I remember that.
What's always tough for me to get used to when I play an RPG this old, because the same thing happens in Final Fantasy IV, since we're on that specific game of the time, is where is the next town I have to go to?
Yeah, that can be a little unclear.
So on the Switch, you can only access it from the main menu, is the actual game manual, and it has the map with all the town names and locations on the map in the game menu.
Oh,
When
that's
you
handy.
open the map up in the game, there is no town name on it. It's just the map. So you kind of have to remember where it is based on the topography.
Oh, geez.
So I don't know if it fills in the names as you go and discover them. I didn't pay attention to that. I'm hoping that's the case, because I just had pulled up on my phone the map of the world, and that's where I figured out where I needed to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the random encounter rate was so high that I didn't want to go in the wrong direction and then waste my time.
Yeah, I guess not.
So it's a little childish, the game is, but I think it does. I think it's really good for a 1990s RPG. Music's good. Animation is good. There's constant cutscenes. There's YouTube videos of only the cutscenes, and they call it the Cosmic Fantasy movie.
Just like Wing Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's I can see how this would be popular way back when.
Yeah.
In Japan at least. And it's definitely a nice little blast from the past for sure. It's got all the tropes that all these different anime will actually make fun of nowadays.
Yeah. So Telenet Japan seemed to make RPGs. They would make a series based on some sort of theme to it. So Cosmic Fantasy is based off of the space opera, right?
Okay.
Then I passed Cosmic Fantasy, by the way.
Yeah, I pass it too.
So the next game is Tenshi no Uta. What does that translate to? Angel something?
It's Song of the Angel.
Song of the Angel. This is based off of Celtic mythology.
Okay.
The gods, goddesses of Ireland and whatever. Plays very similar. The sprites on the screen move a lot faster. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
This is a much more mature story to it all, and it gets fucking weird.
Oh, yeah?
So this game was a launch title in 91 for the Super CD-ROM on the PC Engine.
Okay.
Because like I said, the PC Engine was very weird with its peripherals, where they wanted you to buy the newest CD model every year. And they kept coming out with games that would only work on the newest model.
Oh, man.
I understand why they would create exclusives that would only work on the newest thing, but it also causes a lot of financial burden on the consumer to do something like that.
Yeah.
Which Sega fell into that trap too. PC Engine fell into that trap. Even if the technology of the time was really good, I think it was. You couldn't possibly expect your consumer to just buy the newest $100+ CD model every year. Regardless, Tenshi no Uta comes out, Song of Angel, and this story I was super into. It was so much more mature. While Cosmic Fantasy was much geared towards a young child / heading into puberty, this was for kind of, I think, that next age group. You are Ray. You're in a village. He's the son of a blacksmith, and there's a traveling circus coming to town, and you got this hot chick that's, I guess, one of the main attractions to the circus without the acrobatics. She's a singer or whatever. She's looking for her missing parents that gave her away at birth.
Yeah.
So we got an orphan in the circus. How great. And she is unbelievably beautiful. And the game pretty much gets you right into it, where Ray and our orphan chick, what the fuck's her name?
Kalana,
yeah. Kalana, they just, I guess the circus was in town for a month or so. 2 months.
Yeah.
And they hang out with each other by the river every day, and they just fall in love. And Ray's friends are giving him a hard time. Naturally, the other girl is in love with Ray, but he doesn't know it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So Ray is like, you gotta go find your parents. That's the whole reason why you joined the circus. I love you, but I can't say it. And Kalana's all upset because she loves him, but still has her mission in life. So they're about to go their separate ways, and Ray's friends and everyone convinces him to go chase after her. It's, you're going to regret it, and come to find out Kalana's been kidnapped by a fuck evil king. What a dick.
Well, it's more like he kidnapped her circus friends to force her to marry him.
Yeah. Which I was obviously, Colin, we were taking notes. I was like, okay, so kidnap friends of the hot one and force her to be with me. That works. Okay. Surely nothing wrong would go down.
Yeah, and then an underground resistance rises up, and
it's because the king's an asshole.
Exactly, yeah. And Ray joins in their efforts.
Yeah, and then all while that's going on, the king can't just have the hot chick, right? He's also got to have power. So greed oversues, and he makes a deal with the devil. And once this happens, that's when mythology just takes the world over. And I'm like, whoa, what is happening here? So now demons are everywhere, and you gotta fucking fight these devils.
Yeah, I didn't get quite that far, but I watched like an hour, and I got past the whole bit where they get Kalana away from the evil king, and then the evil king makes the deal and becomes a demon himself. Yeah,
that's where the game kicks off, and now you're on your mission to save the world, which inevitably is the thing to all these games.
Pretty much, yeah.
The world's always in danger, but the enemy designs are incredible. They're super unique. And get this. All these designs were made by the guy who made Escaflowne.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it makes sense with how like detailed and kind of muscular oriented a lot of these things are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
The visuals also kind of reminded me of some GBA games. I mean, Castlevania Circle of the Moon and Aria of Sorrow come to mind, as well as the remake of Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think it was, of all things, the font of the text that tipped me off. I don't know why that was what I noticed, but here we are.
Yeah, it's it's a super interesting game. It plays a little faster. It doesn't it's certainly more mature, which is what I liked about it. And it's kind of cool that this came from the same developer. And they published themselves too. It has a lot of uniqueness that sets it apart from its predecessor, or its contemporary, I guess would be a better word to use.
Yeah. And seeing the title made me glad you didn't make us play Saya no Uta. Have you heard of that one?
I have not. Is that a porn game?
Oh. Well, it's notorious for being one of the most disturbing visual novels ever created. And from what I've seen of it, that reputation is well earned.
Oh, okay. I gotta look this up immediately now.
I mean, there is sexual content in it, but it's not really of the pornographic kind, if you catch my drift. Nor is it even close to the vanilla kind.
Saya no Uta.
I mean, I don't know what happened in the creator's life to make him come up with shit like that, but there isn't a shrink on the planet qualified to deal with that.
2003 horror eroge visual novel developed by Nitropolis. Nitro Plus.
Oh, yeah.
The Song of Saya on Steam. $15. Let's look at some images here.
I just remember one YouTuber who was in his 20s or 30s saying, I don't think I'm old enough to play this.
That's good. Oh, weird.
Yeah, basically this guy, our main protagonist, has some brain surgery done. And then he ends up with this condition where he ends up seeing the whole world as some kind of horrifying hellscape, which is described in painful detail by the text and narration. And every person human being, he perceives as some kind of demonic blob monster. I mean, he knows in his head that they're actual people and people that he knows, but the whole thing is just really wearing on him psychologically. But then he encounters Saya, who's this cute little, I guess, just this cute little lolly girl. And she's basically his only solace in the hellscape. Little does he know, to everybody else, she is something much different, let's just say, without spoiling too much.
Well, it is not on the Nintendo Switch eShop. You should be glad to know.
Yeah.
I did finally beat Fate Stay Night, by the way.
Oh, and?
I'll save that for the anime cast.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
I did beat the Fate route, as I was supposed to. It took a long time. So, Tenshi no Uta, more mature. I like the visuals. I think it's a little better than Cosmic Fantasy, but doesn't play as good. So it's kind of, it's good in a lot of ways, and so is Cosmic Fantasy. I pass Tenshi no Uta, and I'm very excited for the physical copy to be coming my way this summer. I'm certainly probably going to continue playing this one.
I actually ordered it myself, too.
Yeah, this is cool. I'm very, very happy we did this. Which of the two do you prefer? And your tiers,
I'm pretty sure I prefer Tenshi no Uta. And as for tiers, I think I'll give Cosmic Fantasy a B and Tenshi no Uta an A.
Okay. Yeah, I think Uta's just a little better. I think I'm the same as you. A and B.
Thanks.
Accordingly.
All right. I know Joey would probably give them both C's at the most.
Probably. I don't think he's into like this style of RPG. He's just not a big. He likes the Skyrim types and EverQuest and that kind of the
Western RPGs basically.
Yeah. But this is certainly more my jam, and I think it's your jam too, as well.
Yeah.
So upon my further PC Engine looking through the book and everything, there's a game called Linda Cubed. Okay. It's not made by Telenet Japan, but it's fucking weird, and I had to put it on the list immediately. you are a duo of you're a couple people, and the world's gonna end, and you've been tasked with getting 100 animals and pairs. So it's very much like Noah's Ark deal. But apparently it just gets super bizarre immediately because you're trying to fight these monsters and also tame them, I think is how that's working.
Oh yeah.
It's supposed to be
Kinda
very
like
strange.
Pokemon.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very strange. I'm not sure how it's going to work. It came out on PC Engine CD, but it was also later ported to the PlayStation Saturn. So it is available with an English translation.
Okay.
The company is called Alpha System.
That sounds familiar. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
But...
Well, a lot of these PC Engine companies got acquired by like Sega or Bandai or something. And basically they all kind of went down at the same time in the early 2000s and just got molded into one company or so.
Yeah.
I think Atari got Telenet. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at the box art for Linda Cubed. Got those two white handprints on a red background. That's always a good sign.
Yeah, it makes me think of like some zombie virus is happening.
Yeah, or ghost horror.
Yeah.
Because you're always seeing handprints appearing.
Mm-hmm.
See that a lot in Kaya-chan Isn't Scary.
Yeah. All right, that does it for this.
The anime is completed for that, by the way.
Oh, cool. All right.
Just 12 episodes if anyone's interested. But anyway.
That does it for this episode. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to record the Bleach episode for the Anime Cast.
Sounds fun.
See you in a bit, Colin.
See you in half an hour. Bye now.